So in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how I built my sink at home for my garage. This will work in a shed, anything where you really just want a sink. With this sink, I specifically made it without any plumbing under the ground or any like piping or anything like that. This was actually, you can actually just make this with some regular household stuff. And this is basically portable, but as you guys can see, I actually have it screwed into my wall in my garage. But yeah, so in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how I built my homemade sink at home. We're going to explain to you guys all the plumbing, this right here, shut off and stuff. But yeah, so let's get straight to it. Alright, so first we're just going to be talking about the basic framing that I did for it. So with the framing, what I actually got is I actually just got a normal container. This was a bucket, and I actually just cut off the bottom of it. So it's a pretty nice container. And then with the actual framing, what I did is, you guys can see I cut 2x4s to the actual size of the actual container. And then from here, today I actually built this like background of it where the hose actually comes out, where you open the water and the water comes out. But yeah, so that's basically the framing for it. This piece right here, this little shelf, that was just something that I made to hold some soap and some other stuff like that. You guys can see where I just cut it open for the valve to open it and shut off the water. But yeah, so that's the basic frame for it. And then these pieces of metal down here, hopefully you guys can see them. I don't think you guys can. But these pieces, let me move you guys down actually so you guys can see a little bit better. Alright, so you guys can see right here, these pieces of metal, these are basically just pieces of metal that I used to cover up all of the hoses back there, so you guys don't really have to see it, or anyone who comes into my garage doesn't have to see all the plumbing and stuff that I did to make this work. But yeah, so you guys can see there is a little bit of a gap. I do need to adjust some of that, but for now the sink works. That's the only thing that really matters. So when I have customers coming into my garage, whenever I'm doing headlight restorations and stuff like that, and I have to fill up water bottles or something like that, this is really good for that. But yeah, so that's the basic framing of it. Let's unscrew these. They're just some 1/4 inch screws. So I'm going to unscrew those and show you guys the actual inside of it. Alrighty, so you guys can see, we got the actual piece of metal taken off now. So from here, it's pretty basic. I know you guys might be confused right now, or might be overthinking on how you can make a sink in your garage, shop, whatever you're going to make it for. But right here, you guys can see what actually makes the sink work is actually, these are one of the sprayers. So like when you're trying to kill your weeds, like some lawn sprayers or something like that. And I'm going to show you guys how I actually made this whole thing work. Alrighty, so here you guys can see this is where the water actually comes out of. So with this, it's pretty basic. You guys can see I actually cut off the end of it where there's normally a sprayer, and you guys can see I put the hose on top of it, and we're gonna explain more into the valve and stuff like that. And then I tied it up with the clamp. So basically, so what you do is you basically just unbolt this. You just get this handle off, and then you start pumping it. And what that's actually doing is it's pressurizing the water inside of there. We'll get back to you guys when we have this all pressurized. Alrighty, so we got the whole container pressurized now, so there's actually pressurized water in here. So what you guys can see over here is the hose basically just runs up here. This black hose right here is just what drains the actual water. You guys can see the hose goes right there, and it drains into this. I think it's like a 5 or 7 gallon bucket. I can't really remember too good, but you guys can see up here, here goes the hose. And if you go more up here, you guys can see it goes right there. And if you go over here and look very closely, you guys can see the hose right there. We're actually connected it to this piece, and that basically just goes to this valve right here. So the valve, if you guys look more back, let me move this soap thing right here. So if you guys look more back here, you guys can see what it's basically doing is the valve is right here. So when you open this water, you guys can see water's coming out right now. When you open the valve right there, water is basically going into this little hose, and then I just ran the hose back here into a little hole. And then from here, it goes up behind these 2x4s and out right here. So that's basically the basic idea. So the hose, once again, where you're getting your water from the actual sprayer, is going right around there. You guys can see the hose actually right there. So that, once again, just goes up to here. And then from here, when you open the valve, it goes to the little hose right there. And that goes all behind the 2x4s, and it comes out right there. So that's the basic idea of the sink. So that's really how I made mine. And if you guys were wondering how I drain this bucket when it fills up, is if you guys look back here, right now I have it open so it's draining out. You guys can see the valve right there. That valve basically opens the bucket and allows it to drain all the water out when it's full. I can tell when it's full because this actually starts overflowing a little bit, but it doesn't obviously cover up the whole floor because it overflows really slow since it's a pretty big bucket. But yeah, so that's the basic idea of it. This is possible to make a portable sink because, once again, I'm just using a regular sprayer. Just pump that sprayer that's making pressurized water going into all of that line right there. Once again, goes up here, connects right there, goes to your valve. When you open your valve, it goes into that little line back there which is actually coming out to this line and allowing water to come through. So that's the basic idea of it. This is possible to do a portable sink once again, because you can't just make something that you can probably fold and then get a little small container, something like that, and that's a portable sink. But yeah, so that's the basic idea on how I made my sink. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer those for you guys on how you guys are trying to make sinks in your garage or something like that, or in your shop. It doesn't really matter. This can work anywhere. But yeah, it's a really smart idea to do if you are just trying to get water somewhere. Once again, because you're just using a regular sprayer. You know, the only bad thing about this is that you have to pump the sprayer. But another thing that you could do is just connect your water hose to this piece right here. You'd probably put an end on to it, where you can just connect your water hose to it and then just run a water hose. You don't even have to do it underground. But yeah, so the only reason why I did this is because in the winter, it's just almost winter, the water can freeze inside the water hose. So I did make it a portable, so I can go inside my house and fill this up with hot water, because it's obviously going to cool up really quick. So whenever I'm washing my towels or something like that, you guys can see them up there. I can wash them with warm water and stuff like that and clean them up good. But that's the basic idea on how I built my sink. I hope you guys like this video. Leave any questions or comments down below. I'll be happy to answer those for you guys. But yeah, so it's a pretty basic idea on how to build your sink. I hope this video helped you guys. I think we'll see you guys in the next one. Leave any video suggestions also in the comments on what you guys need help on, if anything, that I have in my garage. But I think we'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great day.